What's up, guys? My name is Emmanuel De Leon, and today I will be talking about Muslim culture right after this intro. This section has two keywords. The first keyword is House of Wisdom, which means Center of Learning established in Baghdad in the 800s. The next keyword is Calligraphy, which means art of beautiful handwriting. Where and how did the Muslims live? The Muslim Empire included people of many different lands and culture. Major cities arose in the Muslim world. They included Cordoba and Cairo, centers of Muslim rule in Spain and north of Africa, and Baghdad, the Abbasid capital. The Muslim society was divided into four groups. At the top of the group were people who were Muslim from birth. Next came those who converted to Islam. The third group included Jews, Christians, Zoroastrians, protected because Muslims shared some of their beliefs. The fourth group was slaves. None of them were Muslim. According to Muslim law, women should obey man, but Muslim women still enjoyed more rights than did those living in European society at the time. The Quran gave Muslim women some economic and property rights. In only Muslim society, women could also have an education and take part in public life. Later, they lost those rights. Now I will give you a question about we read, and the question is, name four groups of the Muslim society. If you got this answer that is on the screen right now, you're 100% correct. And if you didn't get this answer, you at least tried. Now I will be talking about how did the Muslim scholars keep learning alive. Muslims placed a high value on learning and scholarship. Muslim scholars added much to human knowledge. Europe was in chaos, and much of the knowledge of Europeans was in danger of being lost. During this time, Muslim scholars collected ancient Greek, Indian, and Persian works of science and philosophy. The scholars translated these works into Arabic. One center of this study was the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. Later, this ancient learning returned to Europe when the works of Muslim scholars were translated. The second question of this podcast is, explain how Muslim scholars helped save the learning of the West. If this was your answer or identical to your answer, you are 100% right. I'll give you some time to read it. Now I will be talking about what were some achievements of Muslim society. Literature was a strong tradition before Islam. Later, the Quran became the standard for all Arabic literature and poetry. The collection The Thousand and One Nights included many entertaining stories, fairy tales, and legends. Muslim scholars made a great advances in medicine and mathematics. The physician Al-Razi wrote an encyclopedia medicine from Greece to India. In science, Muslims study the work of ancient Greek scientists but use logic rather than experiments to reach conclusions. One Muslim scientist made a new discovery about how people see. His finding helped lead to the invention of the telescope and microscope. A mathematician named Al-Khwarizmi wrote a textbook that developed algebra. Now I will be interviewing my brother. Do you think the Muslim culture was ahead of other cultures?
I'm not sure if they were ahead of other cultures, but they were really smart. They developed algebra, which helps them with answers for land distribution, rules on inheritance, and distributing salaries. Also, in science, Muslims studied the work of ancient Greek scientists, but used logic rather than experiments to reach conclusions. Overall, they were very smart people, and possibly could have been ahead of other cultures.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. God bless and adelante.